Hello, welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name is Rachelle and I'm doing a reading for Gemini in all placements, starting with some prosperity dust. Just going to see what comes out. Yeah. little brain lag there. It's all right. Oh, we've got joy. Happy, joy, joy. We've got 3 angels bouncing around, hearts everywhere. Oops. Synthesis. Angel standing in front of a rainbow. And its frock is also a rainbow, or rainbow colored. Synthesizing the environment. Absorbing the environment. I need some water. All right, so let's go over to Wisdom of the Oracle. Just saw 111 on the timer. All right, we've got Mending Upright, 52. Well, that's nice to see. Clean it up, 21. Peace in reverse, 23. Interesting. Something happened here. Let's see, how do I talk about it? So yeah, this mending, I mean, it could be an actual, like, going through your clothes, going through your mending basket, and finally mending those things that have been sitting there forever. But you know, this can be mending a connection, or some kind of situation. Taking accountability, making the, you know, doing whatever needs to be done to clean something up that has been messy, has fallen apart, and, you know, whatever. And what's interesting with this piece in reverse is there's a feeling of not being in peace, or feeling out of balance during this clean it up phase. It makes me think of like, if you do deep cleaning of your house, or say you have to move where you live, and whatever you're doing, you have to pull things out, and it's often total chaos before you get it back to looking good again. And so this can throw you off. It can throw off your peace, because some people like need to have order in order to feel peaceful. And when there's chaos, clutter, when there's even within a connection, when there's difficulty, it's challenging to find, to feel peaceful, because it throws you off. And so this card kind of speaks to needing to realize, or you have already realized, that your inner peace doesn't necessarily rely on outer circumstances. In fact, it's best if it doesn't. That knowing that there's nothing you can do with your outer circumstances sometimes, but you can have that place that you go within, where you can find comfort, find sanctuary, where you can go to and know that like everything's going to work out in the end. So let's find out more about what all of this is. I'm going to go to the Osho Zen Tarot. Change. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. And this is all fixed signs, just like the world. Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius. The Chariot, this is awareness, Cancerian energy. Clinging to the past, 5 of water. Huh. Okay, so yes, there's definitely this big change happening. All the, you know, you go around dusting and suddenly like your environment is full of dust because you know, you're kicking stuff up through your efforts to clean. But in doing this, there's an awareness of where you've been trapped, where you've been covered by a layer of dust, and now you're like cleaning everything out. You're vacuuming it up. You know, you're coming out of somewhere where you felt, I mean, you know, this looks like somebody's trapped and finally find a way out through this mending process, through this mending and cleaning it up. But with this clinging to the past, I don't know if there's an awareness of how you've been clinging to the past, or, you know, the awareness kind of happens probably gradually, and there's something about like change happens, but it's not always I'm really struggling with my words today. It's not always welcome. It's necessary. And maybe this change is what is causing this mending and cleanup, or this is a part of the change. But there's something about like kind of wishing for what was. Sometimes, you know, ignorance is bliss. Sometimes, you know, we can feel trapped, but there's a certain amount of safety in that because it's the known, it's familiar. And so it's like all this change is happening. And again, it's like, it's throwing you off a little bit, or it has done. So where to next? What do we do? Where are we going? We can go to the Oracle Tarot. I'm gonna move everything up too. Judgment, putting the past to rest. Isn't that interesting? So we have clinging to the past, but then putting it to rest. It's like this is the kind of last gasp. This is like, you know, looking back with nostalgia or really hanging on tightly, but then realizing like you can't go back. You just have to keep moving forward. And so you're like, all right, I'm putting it to rest. I'm heading up out of the darkness, out of the chaos. That's what the change is bringing. And then we have opportunity, 7 of Pentacles. As you move away from the past, as you put it to rest, new opportunities are opening up, or you're looking at your options, the opportunities that are ahead of you, in front of you. And 5 of Cups, unfulfilled expectations. Yeah, because where you have been, what you have encountered hasn't been enough. You want more. This is why this change needed to happen. As comfortable as you have been in the situation you have been in, it really hasn't done it for you. But you're also you know, there's still that feeling of like, you know, but I know the place, I know this feeling, I know this circumstance, I'm familiar with it. I don't want to let it go. But then it's like, it's time to let it go. And you're doing it. And you're looking out to the future. Like, okay, what else is out there for me? You're leaving the past behind. And it could be that the opportunities or options that you see in front of you as you leave the past behind are leaving you feeling less than excited. And you're like, okay, well then what else? Maybe, you know, there's like a need to kind of shift the whole paradigm, the whole, like, if this little area that you're looking at isn't fulfilling, then maybe it's time to move out of that area completely. So, so where are you going? Where are you heading? Looking to find some more fulfilling situations, encounters, connections. I mean, we do have joy here. You know, I mean, that is where you're heading, but I feel like that joy is partially like learning how to feel joy despite your circumstances. But it could be like putting the past to rest is like, it's releasing you. Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon. Yeah, when you see a new direction to go for it. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. Time to give. Could be tied to that mending there. Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. Is that the adjustment? Maybe you're not used to giving. Or maybe because of what you've been through and putting the past to rest, you feel like you want to give more than you did before. Or maybe you just feel more gratitude or happiness to be moving forward. To be looking outside of yourself. Being of service is an adjustment, but it's also really fulfilling. You know, they say that the happiest people are the ones who are in service to others in some way. So, what do I do? Where do I go? Let me get some cards from the Elemental Oracle. Volcanoes and Power. Number 9. Oh, and I forgot to say Judgment here. Scorpio energy. Also Libra. Yeah. East. Beginnings. 3. Ooh. All right. Oh. And 3 East. So 21, clean it up, breaks down to a 3. So there's something about cleaning it up is leading you to a new beginning. Maybe you are heading east for some reason. Storms and cleansing, 23. Peace in reverse, also 23. So the storminess that you can't control is actually a part of the cleansing, a part of cleaning up the environment, cleaning up the situation. Could even be an internal cleaning that you are going through. But it's, you know, the storm comes, you can't do anything about it. You just have to ride it out until it's over. We do have some kitty confirmation over there. And you can revel in the storm. You can appreciate the storm for what it is. You can't fight it, so why not, you know, you don't have to go out in it if you don't want. I personally find storms to be really fun. Not that I've ever been in a hurricane. I would not go out in a hurricane or tornado or something like that. But, you know, like, general storminess is kind of, it's powerful. It's fun. It's interesting. It's exciting. And there's power that's developing here. It's all a part of the cleansing. It's like, let's see. You know, we have this figure coming up out of this volcano, right? And, you know, being forged in the fire. That's what it always makes me think of. And this is the rebirth, or the, you know, whatever new is being birthed into the world. It comes with a lot of power. And this is what sets you on a new trajectory. This new power, this taking your power back, this rebirth, whatever is happening here. And there's a new beginning, and then it's like, you know, everything's really hot. It's like you need to put it in the water. You need to cool things off. Anyway. Okay. So where to next? Yeah, there's a general, kind of ending, new beginning here. Synthesizing your environment, new situations, even synthesizing like what you've been through from the past. And knowing that you can't, you know, it's like trying to put on clothes that don't fit you anymore. You're like, oh yeah, like I need to let this go. I need to move this along. It's time for some new clothes. So, I don't know. I feel like there's a question to be asked, but I don't know what. Let me try some cards from the Tea Leaf Oracle. See the fortune cards. Tea Leaf fortune cards. I guess technically it's an oracle. Ooh, we've got love. And happiness. Oh, okay. Love, happiness, joy. That's where you're heading. Bird flying. News is on the way regarding love, happiness, and joy. Or after you find your baseline of happiness, love, and joy, where that's where you can rest on. Those are the energies you can rest on. No matter what is happening in your environment, whatever's happening around you, you know you're okay. And then there's this wonderful news. I don't know. Is it wonderful? It's just news. We don't know. It could be anything. Okay, news is on the way. What's the news in regards to? Let me get some cards from the Angel Tarot. renewal. Archangel Jeremiel. Review and evaluate. A favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. And number 20, this is judgment again. Put the past to rest. Time to move in a new direction. Yeah. Review and evaluate. A favorable assessment of the facts. Is that what this news is about? I mean, that's kind of what I asked. And then we've got ego. Archangel Jophiel. A false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. That reminds me of this clinging to the past. And this is devil energy, Capricorn energy. Capricorn gets a bad rap. I have to sneeze. Excuse me. But you know, this devil energy, like it doesn't hold a candle to all of this other beautiful energy. The love, the happiness, the joy. Negative or fear-based thoughts cannot exist in an environment of love, happiness, and joy. And I've heard it said that we can't experience more than one emotion at a time. And so if you are busy focusing on joy, happiness, love, gratitude, there isn't room for fear and negative fear-based thoughts. So it's kind of a practice. And then we have justice. Archangel Raguel. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. And it's interesting too that justice, they made it number 8. Because normally number 8 is strength. Justice is Libra energy. But if we're going by the number, strength is Leo energy. So we could say both. La Leo and La Libra. And so, yeah, it's like, here you are overcoming. You're reviewing how you have been attached to these negative or fear-based thoughts. And you're making a decision to clean it up. To clean up any fallout that there has been because of this. Kind of these things that have kept you trapped, but you know, not really. Doing what you know is right. You're cleaning it up, putting the past to rest. That's I don't know. I'm still unsure what this news is about. I think it's just related to this love and happiness. Maybe you'll just be like, when you start to exist from a place of love and happiness and joy, you shift your vibration, you shift your perspective of what you focus on. When you're not focusing on the negative, then you start to focus on the positive. Then you see more of that in your world. So maybe the news is naturally good because you're moving into a more naturally good energy, vibration, frequency. Peace. We got the peace beaver. Yeah, see? The news. Maybe this is like news is on the way, that like the storm is passing. That all the work that you've done to clean things up is paying off in some way. And you're allowed to just be mellow and rest in the peace. And this beaver's just hanging out in the water. You know, water represents emotions. It's like being very comfortable within your emotions. Laughter. Yeah. Awesome. Peace, laughter. News that's on the way is bringing you a sense of peace. There could be laughter involved. Maybe it's funny news. Or it's like, you know, how we sometimes laugh when we're relieved. It's like, oh, hi, that's amazing that worked out. And wealth. Peace, laughter, and wealth. Oh my goodness. There's wealth in all the ways, too. A wealth of health, finances, love, happiness, connection. You could be getting news about any number of ways that wealth is coming in to your life. There's just such a good light energy after things seemed heavy and challenging. So, wow. Okay, I need to close this out. Let me get some. I want to get some cards from this deck. Taste, Time, Tell. Since we have this whole thing about leaving the past behind or putting the past to rest. Made by my friend Jackie. Ooh, we have guidance. Yogurt. Sour. Past. Leave the yogurt in the past. Just kidding. Sour. Here we go. Guidance. Listen to your angels. Listen to your angels. They have guidance for you about putting the past to rest. Oh, and then we got chocolate. Catch and release. Bitter, ephemeral. Catch and release. Catch the new quick thoughts before they fly away. Release what's no longer of use. Yes, release the past. Release those negative fear-based thoughts. And catch the new quick thoughts before they fly away. That all pertain to love, happiness, and joy. Throw in gratitude. Ooh, and then we've got, what is this? Vinegar. Sour. Knowledge. Past. Knowledge. So we've got, you possess a deep well of understanding. Dip into your well. That's a part of the awareness. Deep understanding. You're gaining awareness about where you have been, how your thoughts have kept you stuck, and you're making amends where you can, you're cleaning things up, you are moving on to new horizons. There it is. Okay, let me just, it's going long. Of course it is. I just want to finish with one final thing. This is a quote or a meme from a deck that I created. Not as nicely as my friend Jackie. Repeat after me. It is not my responsibility to heal, save, punish, or control other people. This is you staying in your own lane, cleaning up what you can clean up about yourself, for yourself, with yourself, and you let other people take care of what they're going to take care of. This is all about you and your journey. We cannot control what other people do and the time they do it in. And so it's not your responsibility. This is all you. And if you don't like what someone's doing, don't pay attention to what they're doing. Look in another direction. Focus on you. Excuse me. A little confirmation hiccup. And, focus on synthesizing all of this new energy coming in, because there's all this love and joy here, and this is something to revel in. And it is absolute. If you go ahead and you follow this trajectory, it is life-changing. Yeah. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you on the next video. Mwah.